we're going to be launching a very exciting new community project, and that is for the entire community to keep one Shabbos completely. The Shabbos project, keeping it together.
בפעם הראשונה ששמעתי על פרויקט שבת, חשבתי שזה היה קצת רעיון משוגע ושזה לא יעבוד. זה היה חמוד שחשבו על זה, אבל לא חשבתי שאף אחד באמת יעשה את זה.
You know, Shabbos is, it's like for the from yid, you know?
כשהרבה אנשים שמעו על זה, הם אמרו שזה בכלל לא יעבוד, הפרויקט הזה לא יעבוד, אנשים לא ישתתפו בזה, זה בכלל לא מציאותי שאנשים ישמרו שבת, אנשים שלא שמרו שבת אפילו פעם בחיים שלהם, איך זה יעבוד?
I want to run on Shabbos, I want to go to the cricket, I want to, like...
You know, I also thought if it doesn't work, and if, you know, 10 people keep Shabbos that have never kept Shabbos before, it will have been a success for us. We had no idea the potential and how people would really respond so incredibly to it.
The campaign started a little bit before Rosh Hashanah. It was in the schools and in the shuls. And then there came a moment where it seemed like everybody was doing it.
First of all, you must understand the advertising that was before the Shabbos project took over the city, and it was the kind of thing I would be in the shops, and the question you asked each other was, so what are you doing? You know, what's happening for you this Shabbos?
לאט לאט כולם מצטרפים לזה ועושים את זה, וזה נהיה משהו כיף לעשות.
For me it was wanting to do something more, wanting to not go shopping on a Saturday morning, wanting to spend more time with the family.
And I think that everyone cottoned on to the idea of it's not such a bad idea, this is actually quite a great idea. You know what, let's do it.
הזמנתי את המזכירה שלי לארוחת שבת והיא אמרה לא, היא לא יכולה לבוא בגלל שהיא לא יכולה לנהוג, ואני הייתי מאוד מופתעת, איך יכול להיות כזה דבר?
אני חושב שהיה לי נעים לראות שהתגובה של חלק גדול מהאוכלוסייה הייתה חיובית ביותר, והתוצאה היא שהרבה מאוד אנשים השתתפו בפרויקט הזה.
There was a tipping point where now everybody was doing it.
The TV kept on telling me that I have to switch it on, but I didn't.
So this was actually the first time I've ever completely kept a Shabbos. So it was really quite amazing.
We've never like really kept Shabbos properly. It was actually quite nice. Like, I didn't realize how easy it would be.
פתאום אתה רואה חברים מהמועדונים שבכלל לא ידעת שהם יהודים או לא קשורים בכלל לדת, ופתאום אתה רואה את כולם בבית כנסת ואין אייפון, אין פאב. פשוט יושבים וצוחקים.
It brought Jews out of the woodwork and my kids were completely inspired.
הכוח של הפרויקט שבת בדרום אפריקה זה היה כוח של תנועה עממית. ולא מצד הרבנות במסגרת הפורמלית כזה, אלא כל אחד ואחד לקח את היוזמה על עצמו ועל עצמה וארגנו דברים, סעודות בגנים שלהם ברחובות וכל מיני דברים קראו שזה לא מצד התוכנית של הדבר, אלא כל אחד ואחד לקח את היוזמה והוא עשה והיא עשתה מה שרוצים.
We wanted to be part of the Shabbos project, and because our family lived too far to walk to, we were going to be on our own. So I bumped into Kim and asked her where they were going to be, and she said that they would be home alone. And we chatted, we decided that we would do something together. By the time word got round, we had 16 families here.
Because we just got us together, us brought another 2 and another 4 and another 6.
So I think throughout the evening we must have had about 100 odd people through the garden.
There were so many families here, and it was just such a special night, and it was just a very special evening for all of us to be together and to celebrate Shabbos.
Clive Blechman just decided he wanted to invite his friends across for a Friday night dinner, for a Shabbos dinner in the street. So he invited a few immediate neighbors, and the next thing, this went viral. There were SMSs and was on Facebook. But by the time the Shabbos project arrived, there were more than 500 bookings for people to eat their Friday night Shabbos dinner out in the streets in the Oaklands area.
And then we had these tables set out in Park Street, and it was sublime. It was Yids that you would think would never have come were there. I think it was a great night.
You know, who could actually have dreamed and expected and predicted that the vast majority of the South African Jewish community of 75,000 Jews would actually keep one Shabbos together? What the Shabbos Project showed is that everybody can do it. It's doable.
I'm Benita Levine, and yes, I survived my first full Shabbos keeping Shabbos, and I did turn my phone off for the entire time.
It's fantastic to have a conversation with another human being where you really like connect and talk and actually finish a coherent.
Today was mine and his first Shabbos. It was so peaceful, so nice. First, not the last.
Hold on, just let me check this tweet here.
I've never really kept Shabbos in my life, but I committed myself and had a very, very spiritual, very quiet, very special weekend.
So what were we saying? Yeah.
And the amount of people who kept Shabbos for the first time in their life was mind-blowing. We have hairdressers complaining that they had no business. We have golf clubs saying that they were just empty. And on and on.
זה מין אנרגיה שאי אפשר להסביר את זה, אבל פשוט משהו מדהים היה באווירה, שפשוט היה את כולם שמרו שבת, ופשוט הרגשתי כאילו, את מטומטמת עכשיו אם את הולכת לשלוח הודעה בוואטסאפ לחברה שלך, או לבדוק את הפייסבוק שלי.
I think that the guidebook was actually a key part in this whole campaign. I asked Gina to write this guide on how to keep Shabbos.
It was really something that they could take and read and learn, and by learning how to keep Shabbos, everybody and anybody who wants to could very much make it their own.
The whole experience, the Shabbos Project, was kicked off on Thursday night by the women of the community.
The idea of having the great street challah bake was that thousands of women would come together on the streets of Glen Hazel. We would set up tables and chairs and make challah dough together. I mean, in the end, it was just incredible. It was just the most unforgettable experience. It really was.
There were over 2,000 women at the challah bake. Unbelievable. It was just something like you've never experienced before.
The beauty about the Shabbos Project and the beauty about Shabbos in general is that it's for every Jew. It doesn't matter who you are, where you come from, what your level of observance is. This was a Jewish unity project. And that was the byline of it all, is keeping it together, that it belongs to each and every single person. What was amazing was at the Havdalah concert, the stories then started to pour in, that people just had the most inspiring, uplifting, wonderful day.
It was really a feeling that we had done a huge thing. It can be done.
מה השלב הבא? חייב להיות שלב הבא. לאחר מה שקרה בדרום אפריקה, התקשרו אליי המון אנשים שהם מבקשים שיהיה להם פרויקט שבת בערים שלהם, בקהילות שלהם, ואז מה צריך לעשות? צריכים לעשות משהו, אי אפשר רק להגיד להם שזה הסוף. צריך להיות, חייב להיות שלב הבא. קבענו שחייב להיות לעשות פרויקט שבת אחת בשביל כל עולם היהודי. שבת אחת עולמי, בשביל כל היהודים שבכל מיני תפוצות העולם, וקבענו את התאריך פרשת נוח, זה ב-24 ו-25 של אוקטובר, בשנה הזאת, לעשות פרויקט שבת בשביל כל העולם היהודי.
הפרויקט שבת פשוט מראה גיבוש שזה לא מהעולם הזה, זה באמת מדהים.
בואו נעשה את זה ביחד בארץ, להביא את הפרויקט שבת לכל הארץ, לכל המדינה, מירושלים ועד תל אביב, מבאר שבע ועד חיפה, בכל המקומות וכל הערים בארץ, שבת אחת, עם ישראל אחד, פרויקט שבת אחד, בואו נעשה את זה ביחד, בארץ ובכל העולם.